Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Christmas with the Campbells, starring Justin Long. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I'll be doing a live stream, surprise live stream at 9 for the Trump announcement. Now, Christmas with the Campbells. This is Mrs. C, who used to be in a show called Newhart. If you've ever seen that, she was very funny on it. I forget the actress's name. But this is her son, and he is dating this girl, and been dating her for such a long time. She's considered part of the family, and then they break up right before Christmas for some reason. And for some reason, he's incredibly crude about it. And then apparently the sexuality runs in their family. And so, I don't know, from producer Vince Vaughn and Peter Billingsley. So it's a wacky romance movie, comedy romance, about her and Justin Long falling in love because he's the cousin. Now the premise is they break up before Christmas, but she goes to visit his family anyway because she has no place to go on Christmas, I guess, and doesn't have her own family. It's bizarre. I don't think I would do that, but maybe someone with no family would. And then this girl is another girl in the neighborhood who's into Justin Long, and I guess they're competing. She's pretty hot. And then she's trying to get with Justin Long. And then, of course, and Norm from Cheers is in it. There he is. He plays the dad. And so you got two big sitcom comedians, comedic actors in the movie. So that's not bad. That's a good hire. I'm not a huge fan of Justin Long, but I think he's good in this role because he doesn't have to be funny. He's basically the straight man. He's basically the nice guy who she's going to end up with. So he doesn't have to be funny. He just has to play it straight. And she has to do all the comedy. Like, whoa, oh, I spilled the soup and the dog's eating it. Oh, no. Like that kind of funny. But then they have this, like, I don't know, this is a weird scene too. I guess she's like an aunt calling out the girl because she's a slut. I don't know. It's weird. There's a whole sexual undertone of this movie. I'm not exactly sure who it's aimed at. Here's the scene where she says, "Oh yeah, he's very sexual. That runs in my side of the family." It's a bizarre statement. She delivers it well though, because again, she's very funny. So is Norm. Christmas with the Campbells. So it's meant to be like a wacky family. Oh, it's written by Vince Vaughn, co-written Dan Lagana and Barbara Kimlicka, directed by Claire Niederplum. Cannot say that one. So Brittany Snow, Justin Long, Alex Moffat, Julia Duffy. That's the woman I was talking about, and George Wendt. Yes, George Wendt. Yeah, not. I mean, it looks okay. I've seen worse. They're trying. I mean, inserting the crude humor in here. Again, you got to go big or go home. It's there, but it's not big. Like, it's not big enough. It's not Wedding Crashers big. It's kind of like 2 degrees below that. Right, Joan? Right. You want to get down? She wants to get down. Hold on. So, it's okay. It'll probably be watchable. Like, you're putting an awful lot on your lead actress. And she seems competent, but not particularly funny. Is she a stand-up comic? Like, if Rebel Wilson was the lead, maybe. Melissa McCarthy, and even those two aren't that funny. I mean, Lily Tomlin, maybe, in their younger years. It's not easy to be the comedic lead in a movie like this. It's got to be big. Like, they can't just be a little weird. They got to be super weird today. You know? Think about it. Like, is that really all that shocking that that the son says some? I can't really say what he said, but he talks about her genitals in a very open way, I'll say. And I kind of watched it and went, ah, whoa. But you kind of can't, like, if you set that up, that's the premise, right, of his character. He's openly sexual, like, to a ridiculous degree. Okay, you can make that work, but by the end of the movie, you know what has to happen, because you have to keep upping the ante, right? So, like, in the first scene, he does that. It has to be, well, he says stuff. In the next scene, it's like, he not only says stuff, but he kind of does some stuff, too. Like, crazy sexual stuff. In the last scene, it's like, she goes to finally tell him how she really feels, and finds him like in a sex dungeon, like tied up to a wall with a gimp suit on. That's the progression of comedy. You have to keep kicking up the ante, or you have to create a situation where that's super inappropriate for him to talk that way, and then he kind of has to, because that's his character and he kind of can't help himself, or he's trapped and he can't really say what he wants to say, but then he has to say it another way. Could be fun, but I'm not seeing that sort of cleverness here. I'm just seeing like, oh, okay, we'll just drop that in, that'll be fun. Yeah, and then you got the mother doing it too, so you got two characters doing it, and not seeing any other characterization here is the problem. Like, the main girl, she needs a good character hook, other than, her boyfriend dumped her before Christmas. Why? It could be that, she's too boring. She loves Christmas and, I don't know, decorating and candles and stuff. And then it would tie into later, right? She's a candle nut. She has like 1 million candles in the house. People can't breathe. The scent overwhelms you. Something like that. But they're kind of playing it straight with the romance here, so to speak. And you need more. Like, you need to give Justin Long something to do, and they don't appear to be giving him anything to do. You need to give Norm from Cheers something to do, and he's just sort of there. So, yeah, it's got to be a lot. You got to put a lot on it. You got to keep amping it up. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing crazy stunts, like a crazy sled stunt, or, eggnog drinking contest, something crazy. It's comedy. I get it. It's a romantic comedy, so it's supposed to be romantic, but, it's a bit of a snooze. The romance part is going to be a bit of a snooze fest. It worked in Wedding Crashers. I mean, they kept upping the ante. What's her name? Fisher. She was out of her gourd. Crazy sex fiend. She was very funny in it. And they kept upping the ante. By the end of the movie, she's like banging Vince Vaughn at every opportunity. That was funny. Bradley Cooper was just completely annoying and just over the top, villainous guy. There's no real villain here. That's a problem too. I guess the crazy old aunt is, but there's only one shot of her saying the line. Need more. Do you not know how to set these up? I'm really getting tired of watching these trailers, and it's just like, it's like the people who wrote this don't know the very basics of 80s movies. There's a reason why they did it over and over again, and they were wildly successful. It's because, to some extent, formulas work. Now, there's a difference between formulas and formulaic. You can follow the formula and do something different, but if you're formulaic, everybody sees the move coming and coming and coming. But in comedy, it's okay when people see the move, because part of comedy is repetition. So people are anticipating the next move, which is going to be similar to the previous move, and so they know, oh, here it comes. And that anticipation will help the laughter. But I don't see those patterns here. They're kind of sort of there, like, maybe Vince Vaughn rattled it off the top of his head and then went to go bang a new hot starlet somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. Is he married now? So, I mean, it looks watchable. you got good comedic leads. Justin Long, when Justin Long's in a good movie, he's okay. When he's in a bad movie, though, he'll go down with that ship. I don't know Brittany Snow. I've never seen her in anything before that I can remember. But George Wendt looks pretty rough in this picture. Looks pretty heavy set. Looks old, doesn't he? But I mean, he is 40 years older. Julia Duffy looks pretty much exactly the same and just older. Her hair's the same too. It's kind of funny. So, and they're drinking cough syrup and grape juice. It's nuts. So that's kind of fun. I mean, it's not without some charm here, but you got to show me, and you're emphasizing a romance. Nah, there's like 9 million trailers like this on the internet. Oh, there's gonna be romance. Yeah, we know it's a romantic comedy. You literally can show 5 seconds of the hi, and that's it. That's all you need to show, and we know. Oh, okay, it's a romantic comedy. They're gonna get together. Everything else, show us the comedy. Show us the snowmobile go off the cliff. Oh no! Oh no! Like that kind of thing. Not seeing enough of that. But okay, and the song is The Waitress's Merry Christmas. So it's a naughty and nice production. Vince Vaughn is in a lot of Christmas movies. I've noticed that when you think about it. It's weird, huh? He's really into Christmas, or did Hollywood sort of pigeonhole him that way? Now he's producing movies about Christmas. And he's co-writing them. I don't see why he's not in the movie. Why not make an appearance as Vince Vaughn? Just a cameo as, like, I don't know, the mailman or something. A weird, odd mailman, or the weird, odd cousin who's only in one scene. All right. Well, that's it. Am I going to see it? Nah, probably not. I mean, it's coming out at Christmas. So that's good. It doesn't look that good to me. I mean, if I hear that it's amazing, maybe I'd go back and look at it. But it's not on my list. Although Julia Duffy almost makes me want to put it on the list. Same thing with Norm. But I don't know. Maybe if I'm dying to see a movie and I stumble across it, I wouldn't pay for it. Again, you'd have to give me more here. You have to give me more. More. I don't know. They need to learn how to cut a trailer, maybe? I mean, maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's more setups here that they were too long to put in a trailer because they're too complicated to set up. I don't know. They seem to be doing a lot of stuff. Anyhow, that's it for me. It's so funny still. That's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. And don't forget to tune into the live stream in less than an hour for the big Trump announcement. We'll see how that goes and see if I get flagged and kicked off of YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow.